Most go high-level agency websites look lame and they all look the same, but this one doesn't. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a scrolling animation website with different cards like this. It's all going to be AI related, very specific to go high level. Now, I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. And up for contents is my name is Altus. I run my own AI agency. I've been in the IT industry for 30 years with over 30,000 sub accounts I manage, plus a cool award in here. And fact is, if your service looks like everyone else's, trust just drops, conversions suffer. But instead of this, I'm going to show you this here, and your website will look really premium, different, and stand out using free products. And you'll be able to create an amazing website with scroll animations. You can do your own, you can have your own cards, you can add the extra bits down the bottom that makes it really cool. Step by step, going to show you how to do it in the end, show you how you can get unlimited go high level accounts and where to download this entire thing if you just want to have this one for yourself. So let's get into this awesome build. This will be one of the most fun videos if you just follow along. You're going to learn a lot, you're going to create something awesome, and the best part of all of this is most of it's going to be for free because Google offers a bunch of cool free tiers for us. And the only thing you might want to go pay for, depends how much you do of it, is the image generating and the video generating. Now, if you go through and you find the right place and right models for it, or the right service provider, and we'll go through it very soon, you can probably get a free trial and get a couple of videos out of it. It's just sometimes you've got to do a few videos, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean before you get something good. Now, we are going to build this on your local device. So you need to understand that every operating system is a bit different. Windows, Linux, or Mac OS, all a little bit different, but they all work. You just need to figure out your installation of it. I'm going to show you how easy it is to install. We are going to use AntiGravity because AntiGravity, at the end of it, it allows us to code in what's called a framework. You don't have to worry too much about it. But in short, there are two types of frameworks when it comes to web applications and websites. Websites is kind of just websites, where web applications are kind of applications. And the split comes in where websites have a bunch of cool images, functions, and features, and it's called server-side rendering. So server-side rendering, it means that our host provider, wherever our website is going to render the code and the images to something that you see cool in here. So for example, this AntiGravity, it's all just code. When I connect to the website, it brings it up, says these cool things need to be in here, my mouse needs to do the follow thing, and it's all code. It sends it to my Brave browser, already configured for myself. Where else, things like, and here's a big problem with it, things like Lovable, things like Bolt, codes in a way in the framework is a little bit different, where it is server-side rendering. So it is truly a web application format as such, where the code gets sent to your device, whether it's your phone, your laptop, and the computer. So all the raw material gets sent there, and your device, your browser on your device renders it and displays it. So what is good with this is it's set up in a way so places like Lovable and Bolt can host these things massively, pay a little subscription. You kind of just pay for the AI tokens. It writes the code, it sends the code to your device, and the rendering, and the big part here is the rendering happens on your device. The hard part of this is when you build things like website, these kind of code, and you don't have to worry too much about it, these kind of code in the background is really hard sometimes to format, and for Google's robots to figure out and understand. So there's a bit of an SEO problem with all of that when it comes to caching the websites, and for if someone tries to find you on the internet. So that is the main two things on it. What we're going to use is Google AntiGravity. We're going to code it in a way so it codes out from the server. It's better like that. It's better to be found out on Google, and even in any sort of new GEO, they call it, I guess, is software AI agents that can find your website. So Try, if you're going to do websites, move away from Lovable and Bolt. It's just better. Now, you're going to need a couple of things. So understand what your operating system is. Don't worry too much about it. Just understand what it is. Open yourself a Chrome browser and a Gemini in here. Just ask it, hey, dude, hey, I have Mac OS I want to install, and we'll give it. So you need a couple of things to get anti-gravity installed. Now, the first thing is obviously anti-gravity. If you don't worry too much about it, go through, download, click and install it. But you're also going to need a thing called Node.js that just allows us to mimic a web server and render a server type of environment on our device in here so we can do the testing in it. If you don't want this, it's going to take, you're going to need to, every time you change something, upload it to the cloud and back and forth, and it just wastes time and tokens. So make sure you go install Node.js, make sure you install AntiGravity, and it's super easy to do. Ask it in here if you don't know how to do it. It will walk you exactly through how to do it. For example, I want to install, how do I install Node.js, and should probably put it on fast mode. Don't worry about the pro thinking tool. You don't need that, and we want to save our credits. Now, eventually you are going to get something and you're going to pop it up, and installation will go ahead. It will ask you what you need, and eventually we'll pop up with an anti-gravity folder like this. Now, don't overthink anti-gravity. What it does is eventually it will show our files in here. It will show what is inside our files, and our AI agents are here on the left hand side. And the good thing about it is Google gives us a really cool free tier if you're in the free tier. Plus, you get the extra options to change your models, which includes Opus as well, which is actually really cool, which is what we're going to use at the very start. So planning models, Opus thinking, and cool things like that. So first thing you're going to need to do is set up a project folder. Project folder just allows anti-gravity and its AI agents to set up a bit of a boundary workspace, so it can't go and do things outside the folder. If you just give it space to your home drive, it can go crazy and do things. We don't want to, plus we want to be organized, right? So I'm going to say open folder. I have my share drive in here, I have projects in here, and all I'm going to do is say new folder in here, and I'm going to say AI underscore says underscore site. Now, I'm going to have that in there. I'm going to say open that part in here. And this is what you will get. This is what your files will be. This is what your coding will be in. And this is your AI agent is going to help you create files and code. So don't worry about it too much. Mostly we're going to live in here. We're going to look for some cool stuff in here. However, you don't need this part. I do suggest you have this part. There's a thing in AI agents that's called skills, and skills is simply a way of explaining to an AI agent when we want to do stuff. These are exactly the rules you got to follow to do cool stuff. Now, if I would just say go code out a website, it will go to Opus. It will go Opus or Gemini, depending on which one you want. It will go into the cloud brain of it where it's hosted, and it will go like, okay, website designs look like this, and we go through this. And agents in AI large language modules has a bit of hallucination, and it might get things wrong because it might forget stuff. So if we give it a set amount of rules, it will work like that. And I always compare it a kind of a little bit to like making a coffee. If I want an instant coffee, which I like because I'm not classy like that, if I say go make a coffee, 1 hour agent will boil the water, put coffee in your cup, and then put hot water in, and then milk on at the end. Another hour agent will boil the kettle, it will put coffee in the cup, then it will put in milk, mix that up, and then put in the hot water. And if you mess things up and your AI agent is totally hallucinating, it will put coffee in the kettle and milk by itself and bring you the jug. Right, so those are options that it can do, and it's getting smarter about what to do. However, if we give it a set of rules, this is what you need to do. That's how it works, and that's what skills are in big summary. Now, there is a cool tool that allows you to do a bunch of skills. All you have to do is come look up in here. It's called AntiGravity Kit. You've got 2 ways of installing it. I'll show you the easiest way so you don't have to use the scary thing, which is called the terminal. I'm going to copy this in here, and I'm just going to go look it up. This is safe to use. It's been used by a lot of people. It's got a lot of forks and stars, and it's got 37 different skills in here. One of the skills that's really cool, and it's kind of the collection of the basic skills that you need. There are thousands of skills in there. One of the cool skills that we want is this cool one in here that allows us to design beautiful looking websites, because it can code what looks good and what doesn't look good together. But here we go. In here, I'm just going to say, and for this, we can literally just go into Gemini 3 Flash. We don't need planning in here. And I'm going to say, hey, this is a GitHub repo of skills and workflows. I want you to download the repo, add the skills and workflows in our directory. You may have to create it. And this is the important part. We need to say use it in our project folder. This needs to be in our project folder only. Delete the mess afterwards. Give that there, and I hit that in there, and I'm just going to let it cook for a little bit. All right, so this will go download it. It needs to be in a specific way. We'll create an extra folder in here, and go get things in through that. So I'll pause and we'll come back on this. All right, that didn't take too long at all. We're on a Flash model. It's a fast model, and it's created this folder down the side here with agents, and you'll see all our rules in here. Now, a big thing that happens is, sorry, just let that quickly reload. So just to recap, it's got your agents in here, it's got the workflows in here, it's got a summary in here, it's cleaned up for you, and you can see it can now use its / skills. However, these / skills won't just work straight out the box if you don't have it in the right folders. However, because it's done it for us, it's ready in here. Now you have a bunch of cool / skills, like brainstorm, for example, which we'll get to in very soon. So we're set up. And next, what we will need, and we'll go through, is the quick how I created the animations. Now let's quickly swap over to that. So I'm not going to delve too deep into the animations of this, but what I did was, and this is where I talked about we needing a specific account that can create images for us. And you can either do it through Google Flow. You can do it in actual Gemini chat, which can create images for you. You can do pay-as-you-go services, like there's lots of them out there. I prefer called Hicksfield. So Hicksfield always runs deals, always runs offers on it. And what we need is a start image and an end image. And this works where we need to figure out how it's going to be a start frame and an end frame. I'm not going to go too much through it because you'll see how the animation works really soon. But it's just a matter of prompting for it. You can use different models in here. I really suggest Hicksfield. I don't even have an affiliated account, but you can do really cool stuff like for example, in here, or my thumbnails in here as well. But I did a landscaping website where we have the before and after, and it animates it in between. I'll show you those really soon as well. Not quite what we're going to use for here, where we're going to use it, but same thing. If you've seen the phone extractions, if you've gone on Apple's website where it shows the AirPods, and then it transforms into a X-ray version of it. That's how you do all of it. You have a start frame, you have an end frame of exactly the same thing. And all I did was I had a robot in here that I wanted, and then I said eventually this is what I want with all the logos at the end, so we can animate it from having it to not having it as a scroll animation. So, and eventually what to do, you can use any of the video modules in here as well. Let me see if I have the other one in here. For example, this is if we're just going to add video. We're not just going to add video, but this is an example of a progressive animation in here. Let me scroll down and see if I can find any of my older ones. I don't think Hicksfield saves that far. So I made a couple of these, which are pretty cool as well. Was the 3D Matrix animation ones, which work real well. And then also had some of this kitchen cabinet animations as well, which was actually from them. And it just kind of shows the outside and inside, which makes things fun and exciting on the website, right? So as you scroll through, and this will be the scroll effect. I'm going to show you how to do the scroll effect. We'll get there. What I did was I came in here and I used Google Flow for this. Now I'm not going to go through all the products, but this is what our eventual video animation, the scroll animation will look like. Is once you scroll down, your robot will wave, and we'll then look at these and we'll add different cards as you scroll through, right? That's the idea. So that's how you create images. Eventually, you'll end up with a video, and once you have the video, you will copy and paste the video and this document it'll give you to download in our working folder. So this is our project, nothing in here yet. So what I'm going to do is, let me bring up a file browser. So I have my little file browser. I got the MD file, I got the video here. I'm just going to copy this. Remember, we set the AI SaaS websites in here. I'm going to paste that one in there, and you see it pop up on the left hand side here for us. So we can shut this in here, and then we're going to change this back to planning. We're going to hit Opus in here. Now, this is going to need to be very specific because we're going to create the scroll animation, and then we will add the cards. We'll work through it. Okay, so very slow. When you do this, it's going to give a different result eventually, but that's all right. We will get through it. So let me just show you what I mean with the cards. So what we want is, as the scroll up, it needs to say a card with website animation, scroll website AI, iMessage AI, AI phone assistance, and AI SMS assistance, AI mail assistant, and AI WhatsApp assistant, and AI meta assistant, right? So we're going to add those cards later on, but let's first just see if we can build it out. So originally we're just going to keep it in the basics. I'm going to say read the, and copy this, and I'm going to say copy path, read this file. I have a video, right click on this file. Now this is a Mac OS thing. It's annoying like that, but that's all right. I have a video. Oops, I need to say right click, copy path. I want to create a Next.js website. We will host this on Netlify. First, we will build out the scroll animation. So what we will do is we will have this video as the hero section. You can add a temporary navigation bar at the top, which we will edit and change. You can use your skill that's in your skill file called UI UX. And let me just quickly check it. UI UX. Now I'm even confused. UI UX Pro Max. So UI UX Pro Max. Well, what I want is a hero section with a black background because our video will be a black background. And I want a really smooth scroll animation as we go through. Um, the scroll animation needs to scroll between the video, but I also want some cards on the left hand and right hand side as we scroll equally through. Now, let me just quickly double check this part. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We we want 7 cards as we scroll through. So you scroll through, the animation, scroll animation happens. A card will pop on the left hand side. Then simultaneously a card will pop up on the right hand side and the left hand side will disappear, and then scroll on and a card will pop up on the left and then slowly right hand side will disappear. So it alternates between 7 cards. Now just build something that as placeholders for this. Now important, what I want is I want the theme to be a black theme, and I want apple liquid glass with white and a very light gray for it. So create a navigation bar, and initially we will have a heading, and the heading in the top will say AI and automation agency, and then you start scrolling and the scroll effect happens. So go through, understand what we need to do, understand your MD file that I just put in here that I reference in the top, then go create the video format for us, then go create it and create the project for us. You also need to make sure we install all the dependencies that we need. So really think about the dependencies that we need, and then create that first page draft for us that we can try and launch on our computer in here and go ahead with that. So a very long prompt just says what I want, right? So we're on Opus, we're on planning, it's a bit more advanced. We'll go through and use Gemini for the rest of the stuff soon. I'm going to hit the send button here, and this is going to do a lot of things. It's going to code it out, it's going to install some stuff for us, and we will come back when this is all finished, right? So just stick with it. It's going to be cool. It's going to be awesome. You'll see, pause, rewatch, download the videos. This all depends on how cool you can make this actual website. All right, so let's go on. All right, so what we will look at is a cool website like this. Now, initially when I did it, it got kind of a little bit confused with what liquid glass is. It didn't quite know what it is. So I just had to reprompt it. And all I did was I went through Google. I just Googled up liquid glass images like this, and it eventually found them out like this, right? So I just had to talk a bit more because eventually I just gave this, and I said, no, we need to add liquid glass to this. So I had to reprompt it one more time. And then I also told it just to make sure that we update our copywriting as well. And then what we get is a cool little website like this. So it starts up. This is what it will load, and we're going to work on this very soon, but the AI and automation agency, and you can change the context whatever you want. But it's all going to be about AI agents, right? So, and as we scroll down, what you'll get is these little cards appear while the robot moves and the animation starts happening in the background. And website and AI automation, we're going to go with iMessage agents. And as you scroll through, all these cool magical things appear, and we talk about, oops, I scrolled a bit too much there, voice AI agents. Then it comes in here, SMS, and it brings up all the cool stuff for us. Yeah, it's a cool animation, winks its eye at us, meta social media, um, and that's kind of it, right? So that's the scroll animation, and we're going to build the website out from this now. So if someone would come to the website initially, and this is how they would scroll down, read, and that's the total animation as we go. So not too bad. I thought it came over quite well. And what we're going to do is build out the rest of the copy of the website. And yes, you know it, we are going to use beautiful Gemini for this. So now look up Gemini, log in, should be in here, and I built this a little bit like that, a little bit like this, and I'm just going to say, hey, I need you to build out a 3 to 4 website for me. We are talking about the blueprint, the diagram of both the main page and the separate pages. Just what's very important, what I really want is a number one, a contact page, number two, a um, booking page with a calendar. But our basic website is there. I have the theme, I have the colors, I have um, the typography and the fonts. That's all good. I just need to come up with the copy and figuring out how many websites we have. Now, don't worry about the hero section, just within your details that we're going to have, just say leave the hero section as is. And what we're going to say is, I wanted to help me out with the actual page one and then page two on the features as well. So make really good copy. When we write out the sections of every page, I want you to write out the section, and then I want you to write out the section heading, then I want you to write out the section copy, and then I want you to write out a detailed description of an image that should be in here and there, because we will use an AI image generating tool to create the images for us as well. So ultimately what you will have is something like this. So you would say, for example, features, and that will be your heading, and then you would say a 2 column 1 row section. Left column is AI and AI automations on your website, and then you will have that will be your heading, and then underneath the heading will be a sub paragraph. So you need to put in there AI and AI automations on your website. It's really cool and it helps you do cool things. And then you would say on the right hand side is an image depicting, and you describe this really well. Now think about what should be in a cool hero section for a AI and AI automation agency business. So a really cool hero section, and then maybe another page that has features and functionality. So just listen to this and I will tell you everything about my business. Then you're not going to save out any tokens. You are just going to write the total layout, functions, page one, page two, page three, what it should look like with the copy and images like we just said. So what I want you to do is create a website for my business. It's called the AI and AI Automation Agency. What we do, our main goal is adding AI agents into all of a business's infrastructure. Now, when I say all of a business infrastructure, I mean we add AI agents onto a phone system. We add AI agents onto your SMS system. We add AI agents onto your WhatsApp, iMessage, email, and all meta communications. So commenting on posts on Facebook and Instagram, and replies to messages as well. Now, I think from a business perspective, when we're going to write this out, we obviously want to say that our the system at AI and our automation agency helps businesses make more money, save them time, build their reputation by having AI agents on their main communication lines, which is those ones that I just talked about. And then just say and talk about how it's good for a business, because business might have problems, they might not be problem aware. And then maybe page two, we talk more about the features, and talk about how we lose clients to your competitors. Talk about how this builds better reputation, saves you time, and captures leads 24/7 on anything and everything, on your website, on your incoming messaging accounts, on your phone account as well. So be super detailed about it. And again, follow that structure that I said. And again, don't worry about the hero section. Sweet, we're going to fire that off. Now, what I'm going to do is, because even though I like Google, I'm just gonna hit Claude in here. This should be pretty good for us. Anyway, if you just want to use this one, I just want to show you the difference in here when we hit Opus in here and hit that and send that one off. And while that happens, we're going to move this to the left, and I'm going to say, I now want you to use your skill, and we will build out the rest of the page. The rest of the page will have the same typography. It will have the same font. We will keep going with the liquid glass effect. That is super useful for us. Really like that. And we're going to build out multiple pages. I will soon tell you about the multiple pages. But it's important to add some good effects, some animations, keep the theme along all the way. You can figure it out as we go along from the website if you need to read what the website is about. Now, what's important is that you have the ability to also create images. Now, when we create the images in what we say. I will give you what images should be in specific sections, but you create the image, but also create it in the style and theme of the website. So our theme is a black theme with white writing and liquid glass effects. What I don't want you to do is add something like an anime character type picture in here. So as you get the prompt, you will see, you understand the layout. For example, I will say things like create a 2-column section, 1 row, and then I will explain what the image should be on the right hand side. Go ahead and create that image for us. So you're going to get a lot of information. Keep going with it. Build out the entire website for us. It's going to be multiple pages for it. Use your own copywriting skills if you're missing some things. And add dummy things like, for example, we're going to ask your booking system. So just add a calendar system in there for us. I'll hit that pause button, and you'll see Opus is still thinking about stuff. But Gemini's done, right? So page 1, section 1, section 2, section 3, page 2 features, right? Okay. I would like to talk more about our features, voice AI and infrastructure. All right, so I'm going to hit that and I'm going to say, I think when we talk about our features, it's important to very specifically write it out and have 4 sections for every channel. So every channel: website, voice AI, SMS, iMessage, WhatsApp, email, and the meta side of things, because those are all very strong in what most people don't do. So think about what this is again and rewrite it in the top. Now, again, rethink your first page and really understand what makes for good converting websites with sale copy. We can again add buttons and stuff as well to the other pages. So give me something more detailed. I feel like this is pretty average. We'll copy this and we'll see what Claude shows to us. Claude's still thinking. I had it, yeah. We'll see where it comes along. Claude's making the news today with the whole American thing. So wherever you watch this, we'll go through this for a second. So let's pause and I'll come back with what is next. And I actually ran out of Opus credits, but here we go. Homepage, a little bit more updated. Page 3, the features section. Nice. So there's a bit more. 4, 5, 6, like that part. Don't know what happened there for us. Welcome back again. So a bit more detailed on this. This is great. The copy is aggressive, specific. Nice. So I'm gonna go with this, and once we hit that, we will look at Claude for this as well. Come through in here. I'm gonna make sure I hit Gemini. I'm gonna sure we hit planning, and we're going to paste this. Now I'm going to leave this, let this run, and let's just come have a quick sniff around here. Now, I've been smashing Opus quite a bit, but it actually wrote a proper document for us, which is what's so much is just a lot more powerful. The design of Gemini is better. The reasoning around Opus is super powerful. So if I would have given it this would have been very interesting. So section 1, the hero section, the problem. Your business is losing customers. What if you never find another lead again? Every communication channel covered. Nice. Section 5, section 6. And this is a 16-page document. This is great. And I don't know why it's repeated itself. I know the hero section, so this is going to be page 2. Page 1, home page still. Page 2, the features page. Nice, captures leads all the time. Well, this is cool. So it talks more about use cases. Reclaim your time. ROI calculator. Yes, full breakdown. This is a much better report. Page 3. This is so cool. I'm going to show you the free tools to use. Just think about what you get, what you pay for here, then what you do with this. Now, I'm sure if you prompt this better, you would have had it and save it. But we're going to let this run. It's going to do some stuff. It will take its own time. And eventually we'll come back to all of this. So keep watching. We should have a pretty cool website out very soon. So what's our plan? And the reason for Gemini is that we can create the images. So as we go through, we will should see images. So anyway, we'll come back, see what this does for us. Right, so eventually you will have a really cool, awesome looking, functioning site like this. Now you can add more to it. I just wanted to demonstrate to you how cool the animations can be. So as the AI and automation agency, you name it, whatever you want, same thing. I just got to redo the nav bar a little bit so it doesn't sit all the way wide. And this is really wide screen, so most pages will be in like this anyway. So you'll have the beautiful scroll animation that says what's happening. Just depends how fast you scroll. Obviously, it will be a lot smoother. Then I have a couple of sections, just so we can make things cool. Now you can style these as well. I added this cool animation in here as well. As an example, you can style these, make these whatever you want. As an example, lots of cool stuff. But I mean, that's the basics, right? So it's going to tell you what your problem is, it's going to say that we have a solution, and it made these photos all by itself because we are Gemini and Nano banana in here, and in solutions as well. And it's got this little cool thing, a little color gradient, a bit of I don't know if you can see those in here, and then all this in here. I mean, turn passive traffic into captured leads, your receptionist, your instant messages. It's just great, right? There's like bits in there for everything. There's lots of work to be done on this, but I mean, the foundation is there. Your 70 to 80% is here, plus the animations look cool. You have this, you have a booking function. It's just a demo one, but this is going to be more functional, more stylable. I like this little border thing, which is really cool. It's going to be a lot cooler embedded in whatever you can design on just native Go high level yourself as well. So this is just a slow animation. So we'd come here, we'd read about the websites. If it was a client, scroll down and goes, oh yeah, I message this as well. And we're like, what? We do voice AI agents. Oh, you do SMS. It's just meta bits, emails. Oh yeah, WhatsApp's in there because the logo's in there. Social media as well. And then scroll down and be like, oh, cool. So yeah, really awesome, cool looking website. I think you can copy and paste what I did. The animations are there, the functions are there. I really hope you learned something from it. And again, a really good tip to do is come look up webinar.ouragency.mentorship, and you'll come and do the 10-minute. I'll show you in 1 hour how to make money with AI in like a 10-minute setup, really, that you can copy and over all the time. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you check out the AI agency mentorship as well for amazing, great savings. Like this is a background animation that I made, which is slightly different than the scroll animation as an example, but there's cool stuff everywhere for you. So take action and have a really awesome time. So thank you for watching. I hope this all made sense. Hope you had a great time building this awesome little website out with me.